Why are some companies and people so much more successful than others? How do they do more, earn more, and have more? High achievers use their time wisely. Instead of giving equal weight to all tasks, they focus on the one thing they need to succeed. Like successful people, successful companies have a narrow focus and do one thing extraordinarily well. Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken with a single chicken recipe. They've since added other items to the menu, but great tasting chicken's still at the heart of the business. To this day, microprocessors still generate the vast majority of Intel's net revenue. For Google, their one thing is search. Now, you may not be KFC, Intel, or Google, but if you own or manage a business, it's imperative for you to figure out what your one thing is. To do this, ask yourself a focusing question. Your focusing question should be structured like this. What's the one thing I can do, such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? The first part of the focusing question forces you to think about something very specific. It tells you that you need to pick one thing and one thing only. The bit about can do is also important. Think about actions that are realistic, not idealistic. Such that by doing it means you're going to have to dig deep, because when you do this one thing, something big is going to happen. Everything else will be easier or unnecessary means that everything else you must do to accomplish your goal will now be doable with much less effort, or no longer even necessary. Most people fail to understand how many things don't need to be done, if only they just start by doing the right thing. Consider the power of these focusing questions. What's the one thing I can do this month to improve our customer experience? What's the one thing I can do this year to eliminate my credit card debt? What's the one thing I can do to improve my relationship with my spouse? Now that you've asked a great focusing question, you've got to find a really great answer. Answers to all of life's important questions come in three categories: doable, stretch, and possibility. If you choose a doable solution, you probably know exactly what needs to be done. This category of answers includes things that are very likely to be achieved. The next level up is a stretch answer. While stretch answers are within your reach, they're at the farthest end of your range. Achieving success can be iffy, since you'll have to work extra hard and extend yourself to the limits of your current abilities. Think of this category as potentially achievable. There's nothing wrong with setting doable or stretch goals, but high achievers go further. Unwilling to settle for ordinary results when extraordinary outcomes are possible, high achievers seek to uncover a possibility answer. This is never in plain view. It's a moonshot. It exists on the fringes of what's already known and being done. There's a high possibility of failure, but also a chance for extraordinary results. We all want our achievements to add up, but that takes subtraction, not addition. Sometimes as little as just one thing.